One person dead and two people were injured in a one-vehicle crash in Glacier County on Thursday evening. The crash happened near the intersection of Badger Creek Road and Larson Drive, several miles north of Hart Butte. MHP crash report says three men in a Durango were westbound on Badger Creek Road when the vehicle drifted off the right side of the roadway. The driver overcorrected and the vehicle crossed the center line off the left side of the road. The driver again overcorrected, sending the vehicle into a spin off in the road where it rolled over several times. A passenger in the vehicle, a 40-year-old man from Browning, died at the scene. His name has not been released at this point. The other two men were taken to a medical clinic in Browning. The nature and extent of their injuries were not disclosed. According to MHP, the roads were icy at the time. None of the three men were wearing seatbelts, and alcohol is suspected as a factor in this crash. Intermountain Health is going through some temporary leadership changes. The organization welcomes Wesley Taylor, who will serve as acting chief executive officer while they search for a permanent CEO. MTN's Ali Kaiser has the details.
On Thursday, Intermountain announced their new interim chief executive officer, turning a new leaf for the nonprofit.
Their new interim CEO, Wesley Taylor, started on Monday and previously worked as a CEO at Ashley Regional Medical Center in Utah and as a chief operating officer at another acute care hospital in Arizona.
As I've already been with the team for the last 5 days, I see hope. I see hope in their eyes and commitment to doing what they need to do and what we need to do to move forward. So that's just awesome.
He got into contact with Intermountain through Sound Mind Leadership, which recently started a contract with the organization to work together in building a thriving company culture.
We have cultural struggles right now, as many organizations do. We are facing a staffing shortage, and so we saw this really as an opportunity to take a hard look at our culture and to grow our leaders and to work with an outside organization that could help us do that.
In September, Intermountain had to scale back their residential program, initially announcing the closure of the program, but then announcing one cottage would be able to remain open. In the Helena facility, children receiving care went from 16 to 7, and staff working with the program reduced from 55 to 36. In October, the interim CEO, Gary Larsonaire, was relieved of his duties by the Intermountain Board of Directors.
I would say the word we've said is it's been a bit funky, and let's own it, because it has, right? But that being said, it's an intentional choice on how we move forward, that we choose to have selfless goals and that we choose to make decisions that are for the long-term benefit of the organization.
A statement from the president of the board of directors from Intermountain said they are lucky to have Taylor, quote, with his history of improving culture, building community, and leading organizations to become great places to work. Last week, Intermountain held the Festival of Trees, which is their biggest fundraiser of the year. While they are still totaling up the amount raised, staff says early indicators point to it having been a success.
Intermountain hopes to find a new permanent CEO within the next 4 to 6 months. In Helena, Ali Kaiser, MTN News.